So we're going to move up to the shoulders now. Now, like the hip, the shoulder is a ball and socket joint. So if you imagine you've got the socket, you've got the ball, helpful, and what happens is that the back of the socket, the capsule at the back of the socket, tightens up a bit, and that pushes the ball too far forwards in the socket. We're talking, you know, fractions of millimeters here, but nonetheless, your brain can recognize it. And what it does then is it pushes into the structures at the front of the shoulder and irritates them. So most of us will feel this, if we have a shoulder issue, most of us will feel it at the front and will feel like something is pinching. And there's nothing that you can see on an MRI scan or anything like that that's pinching, but it's just the ball is a little bit too far forward in the socket, and it's just irritating the back of the structures at the front. And what we feel like we need to do when we have irritation at the front is we feel like we need to stretch out the front of the shoulder. But actually, if we don't sort out the problem at the back, then that head of humerus is just going to keep pushing forward. So let's sort out the problem at the back and open up the back of the capsule. Now remember, this ball is not magic, it's not doing anything, it's not changing the tissue, but what it is doing is just telling your brain, it's giving you some feedback, telling your brain where to relax. Okay, so I'm going to lie on my back. Actually, before I do that, I'm just going to take a big handful of my left shoulder, and if I spread my fingers out like this, where my middle finger is, the tip of my middle finger is going to be round about the back of the shoulder joint capsule, so that's where I'm going to aim the tennis ball to be. Okay, it's just there. So having found that spot, I'm going to go back down and place my tennis ball just there. Now, to keep the ball in place, I don't feel like I get enough feedback from the ball if I'm just resting on my back like this. So I generally have to just come onto my side a little bit just to get enough feedback from the ball so that my brain can go, that's where you want me to relax. So I'm just going to be in here, ball in there, and I'm going to take breaths or let it go and just let go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I'm just going to wiggle around a little bit more, shuffle the ball, see if I can find any more tight spots around the back. Yeah, I've got one there, just a little bit lower. So again, I'm going to hold the ball in place. No more than 2 out of 10 discomfort, because we want feedback. We don't want sort of a load of force going through it, just for feedback to tell us where we need to relax. And if there's too much discomfort, we won't be able to process it and relax. So just hold the ball there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now if you've got a sore shoulder and you're not just doing this for the camera, you can do it for much longer. It doesn't need to just be two passes if you like, but that's all I'm going to do for that left shoulder now. And in practice, what I would do is now do my right shoulder, but I've actually just been practicing that one, so I'm not going to do that for the camera. What I am going to do is show you how to activate and wake up some of the shoulder muscles. So there was a sudden break in the video because the ring light and camera fell off the wall, which was super clever, and you've missed all the swearing and all you've had is a bit of a break in the video, so it's not too bad. What I was saying was that we were trying to activate the rotator cuff muscles which hold the ball in the socket effectively. That's their main job. It's not to pull a bit of theraband in and out, it's about keeping the ball in the socket. And also that the point of having shoulders is to be able to wait there. Okay, that's what they were originally designed for, and that's the bit that gets forgotten in most rehab programs. So what I'm going to get you to do is to lean on desk, table, floor, whatever you like, with your fingertips. So it's fingertips, it's not the heels of the hands, it's very much the fingertips. So get your weight on your fingertips, long neck, shoulders down, and then we're just going to lean on the fingertips, and we're going to circle our body weight over our fingertips. And this activates all the finger and palm muscles, it activates the forearm muscles, and it activates the shoulder stabilizers. So we're getting rotator cuff, we're getting lower trapezius, we're getting serratus anterior. All these shoulder stabilizers are getting retrained. So we've released the back of the capsule, and then we're retraining the shoulder stabilizers just by moving our weight over our fingertips. So we can do it like that. If we need a bit more, because some people just don't feel enough shoulder work going on there, then try with one hand. So spread the old fingers out, so the weight's going through the fingertips, let your elbow be a little bit soft, and move your body weight in circles, backwards and forwards, clockwise and anti-clockwise, over the one arm, and then the same on this arm. Elbow no more than 20 degrees of bend. Bring your body weight over it so that we're changing where your centre of gravity is and changing where we're putting the force through that shoulder. And then what we can also do, coming back onto both hands again, fingertips, not heels of hands, is just do a bit of pushing through the scaps. And again, that just teaches our shoulders a little bit about activation and control. So those are some ideas for reactivating the shoulders once you have released the back of the shoulder joint capsule.